Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Hearts of Iron 4: The Road to 56, my French playthrough. Alright, so, last time we were met with a particularly interesting new world. Greece had won their civil war, becoming a rather communist state. In the meanwhile, our great Russian friends, the communists of the world, well, they're not communist anymore. In fact, they seem to be democratic. Huh. I must have missed that change. In the meanwhile, we also have our war in the east. Japan is going after the great Chinese United Front. Siam decided to join in, I suppose. And in the meanwhile, the United Kingdom, well, they're losing their great and powerful empire. The Kingdom of Egypt has now, officially speaking, left the Allied powers, though they still have docking rights to the UK and military access for the UK. They're not quite the same. UK also lost Transjordan, and of course, the great state of, or mandate of Palestine. Along with that, something I had, in hindsight, forgotten. Mexico. Fascists. Damned fascists. So, yeah, they're also turning fascists. We got a weird Peru civil war that's just basically two versions of authoritarian government. UK's staying with us for a little bit, staying with that democratic path. It could still go pretty much either way for the Civil War, but I have half a mind to say that the Republicans are probably not gonna win, if I had to take a guess. Unless we send some support. That might be the goal of today's episode. We'll see. Oh, and unfortunately, it seems Belgium, the great waffle state, has fallen to the whispers and lies of a silly mustache man who is guaranteeing the independence of Switzerland. Huh. And apparently, as far as I can tell, Poland is also going to go fascist. So we could see something like a divided fascist world. We could see a completely fascist world under the Axis. Truthfully, I don't know. Random AI. You never truly know when it comes to that. But we shall find out. Hopefully, we shall delay this fascist world from taking roots. But we'll see how it goes. I think we can take this. Okay, so we're gonna unpause the game, 4-speed. We're currently 23rd June 1938. We're gonna get some more research speed by sacrificing some stability by recruiting the who ousted Italian and German scientists, given their, well, disagreement on the ideas of state. We have now, with that national focus, gone the de Gaulle strategy. We're gonna go intervention in Spain. We're gonna support the Republicans. I don't know if it'll be enough to help them sufficiently win the war. It might not. Probably won't. But we can cross our fingers and certainly hope that they win. Another fascist state to the south would not necessarily be great. We already have one in our complete north, except Luxembourg. Luxembourg is still democratic, which is good. Italy is fascist, and depending on what the heck the Swiss do, we could, keyword could, also see a rather fascist rather fascist Switzerland, which would not go well. We're I think we need to increase our influence in this eastern part of the European continent. We need to get Yugoslavia and Romania, I think, in the faction. I don't think Poland will join us. Yeah, they're now oligarchyism. Oligarchism? I don't know which one's more correct. We're gonna go with oil processing, so we're no longer in that deficit issue. We are also, let me see here. Oh, we should get some signal companies. Doctrines available. Ooh, more planes. Our planes must be better, or at least working together better than the Germans. We're gonna invite Yugoslavia to the faction. They like us a decent amount. They don't like the Germans, so in that we have some agreements to help with the whole hey, they like us, they might join our faction thing. We're gonna call me crazy per se, but I don't think the Germans will exactly accept the whole non-intervention thing. They certainly didn't in real life. Oops, I slipped too far into the impossible to truly say. 219 days. We're gonna take it because we have 100% boost on it. It's going to be a little ahead, but we're gonna have to deal with that. Daily gain of 158. It must have been the planes moving around. So, unfortunately, we have a difficult situation in front of us. If Yugoslavia says no, then, which I'm really crossing my fingers here and hoping that they say yes and join us, but it's difficult to say. Hey, and they joined us. Yeah, there was no doubt in my mind ever. Doubt? No. Never. I could never. There was no doubt in my mind. But we're gonna go ahead and just straight up be like, we're gonna straight up just invite the Romanians now. I'm hoping they'll join us. Because right now, currently, if we go to the factions map mode, there are... Oh, no, that's not what I meant. There are exactly... Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 factions. We got the Axis. We got the French Entente. We got the Allies. We got the Chinese United Front. We got the Greater East Asian Co-Prosperity Sphere. Which is pretty much just Japan and all its puppets. And all its puppet governments. So far, we have 2 of our allies are on the other side of Germany. Our other... Oh, and there goes Ethiopian Empire. How terrible. Yeah, let's see if we get around to it in 4 years. And then we have our friends over here in French Indochina. I'm watching them a lot. Wait, Siam capitulated? Oh, I guess Japan naval invaded them when I wasn't looking. How interesting. Well, that doesn't matter. So we got our allies mostly in the other half, and they're not connected, which is the biggest problem here. If I thought we could get Hungary into the faction... Oh. We're going to pause the game here. Because... Let's see. We're gonna read out this event. I'm gonna be hella dramatic. We got Romania in the faction just now. Let's see. Huh. We're gonna invest in our weaker allies for the moment, get these guys military factories. But if we look at our focuses, or if we look at the factions, Romania is now in the faction, which means even though Czechoslovakia is all the way up here and Yugoslavia is all the way down here, they can move troops all the way around. We're going to read this. So, Germany, the big silly mustache man over here, is currently demanding the Sudetenland region of Czechoslovakia. This mountainous region right here. And also a little bit over here as well for the whole eastern Sudetenland. They say a significant number of ethnic Germans live there. He's set up his divisions. He's ready to go to war. Britain, France, Italy, and Germany, so us, the British, the Italians, and the Germans, are here to deal with this Sudeten crisis. A quarrel in a faraway country. The British don't want to help our allies, the Czech Republic. We will not abandon our friends. Simply because we're in a faction, and that's really just a sleaze moment. That's a terrible thing to do. It's like you said, "Hey, bud, we'll back you up in a fight," and then when they get in a fight, you're like, "No, no, no, no." You know, about that whole helping you out in a fight thing. You know, I wasn't actually all that serious with that. I was just kind of saying it. You don't do that. You don't do that to a friend. You just don't. So, our divisions are all lined up. We won't have to worry about the Swiss. Italy, I don't think they've done the Pact of Steel. The Pact of Steel being, if we go all the way over here. It's one of these focuses. I might have to play the Italians. Pact of Steel. Pact of Steel. Ah, here it is. The Pact of Steel. Which gets here. Germany gets the event, the Kingdom of Italy's just closer military cooperation. Pretty much, they join the Axis. They haven't done that yet. Given that they've only just beaten Ethiopia, they shouldn't do that for a little while more. So, we're going to pause the game. We may immediately go to war. I can't be completely certain. We're going to take a... If we go to war immediately, my war support is going to hurt my stability. But, luckily, we have this wonderful thing. If you follow me here, you'll notice we don't have disjointed government anymore. Which means, even if they were to somehow take Paris, which we'll see how well that goes with the Belgians. Or, I guess, technically speaking, they could go through the Swiss. But we'll see how well that goes. So they can go ahead. I'm gonna make this pretty clear. They can go ahead and suck it. They ain't gonna do shit. They're not even gonna reach Paris. But just in case they do, we have more southern cities that should allow us to hold on to everything. I am going to preemptively put up the Air Force. So we don't have to panic the entire time about, you know, air support. We're gonna preemptively put that up. We're gonna get ourselves a field marshal. All right, who's our top guy? Maxim Weigand. All right, you got this. Congratulations, you are now our field marshal. I expect good things from you. Okay, I like it if he had organizer, but it doesn't matter. All right, let's go ahead. It's time to start battle plans. I'm still crossing my fingers and hoping it won't matter. We're pretty deeply entrenched. If we take these particular divisions and hold over them, the average strength is 100. Our supply status is 100. We should be good. I wasn't anticipating nearly this early of war, but we'll work with it. Let's unpause the game. The Sudeten crisis. The free world is depending on us. We must beat back. Oh, yeah, they are immediately staff officing plan that. They were not ready. Oh, but here comes the Romanians. The Romanians are on their way. Not only the Czechs. Oh, there we go. Hold on. Pause the game. Pause the game. We're gonna bring this down to 3 speed. We are not in. We are not in. Hold on. We're gonna go over. We're gonna ask them to join the war. They're improving treaty. Okay. What focus tree has the Czechs gone down? Oh, I see. They can't do that, can they? Because they're in a faction. So they're going down this path, which improved trees with the Russians. That's good. That's good. Alright. We are now at war. Or in the next few seconds. We're going to bring it down to 2 speed to make sure the game doesn't completely lag out. They've allowed us to join the war. We're going to give it a second. Okay, so we're going to have a few planes that aren't ready yet. Alright. Czechoslovakians need to hold. Luckily, our allies... Okay. Yugoslavia's in. Romania, are you in? Romania, get in here. Indochina, sure. Sweden wants to help us? Ah, I knew Sweden was a true ally of democracy. Wonderful, wonderful. All right, that's good. That's good. We are now at war. It's time. As of this moment, I'm gonna launch just a little bit. We're gonna see how well it goes. Green across the board. That's good. That's good. Okay, turning a little yellow, but green pretty much everywhere else. Okay. It's staying in some places, but not in others. We're gonna see if we can take... We're gonna take our troops here and see if we can break through. You see, this is why getting through this area is particularly tough. Because on the other side... Where is it? Forts. Well, not in this particular tile, I guess. But, this is over a river here. This is also on hilly provinces over a river. So, the attack is not great, to say the least. It probably, in hindsight, didn't help the fact that we were also we haven't exactly. I'm gonna pause the game real quick to show you guys. I don't want you getting too overwhelmed. But you know, then again, you could be better than me at this game. So we currently have the Grand Battle Plan Doctrine, meaning, well, it's a grand battle plan. It's a huge front line. Certain things like superior firepower or the mobile warfare doctrine. Mobile warfare is usually what Germany has at this point. Is a little different. But we haven't moved down this tree at all, which can be a little problematic. I'm just going to preemptively set up a offensive line on you. So, it doesn't look... Oh, it looks like our allies in Czechoslovakia have managed to push. That's good. So, if we can... It seems they've reserved transferred, so they're desperate at this point. They're desperate for that reinforce rate. If we can break through this line, particularly right here, or right here, since this is a river crossing right here, which means, hey, you know, if you have to go through a river, that's going to be a lot more difficult, right? That's why, oh, they have enemy superiority. But, if we can break through over here, we can expand into this region, which means if we can expand into this region, that's more divisions off from our allies. There's less divisions guarding our allies. That means it's easier for them to push. It means we can get encirclements. Pretty much what I'm saying is, the bigger the front line, the weaker the Germans get, because they don't have enough divisions to cover multiple fronts. Which is, now that I think about it, technically the idea when the Allied powers decided to D-Day France. The entire purpose was open a second front. Alright, we're going to unpause the game. It's moving a little slow. Particularly here. Oh, I see. It looks like we're going to be able to break through here to Mama's land. Damage levels 1 to 4. We're going to look at the air currently. It doesn't look like anyone's contesting us at the moment in Western France, so we're going to move all the planes that can over to Western Germany to give us that advantage we need. We're going to pop it up to 3 speed. I don't seem to be lagging at the moment. Doctrines. We're gonna go with formation fighting. That'll help our troops a little bit more with this air superiority thing. All right. So momentarily, I'm gonna take it off. I'm gonna have them stop fighting. We don't seem to be breaking through. We are instead going to go to our tank division, and we're going to give it a new order. We're going to line them up right here. We'll give them 2 tiles. Their orders are going to be to get right here. Why, you say? Well, let's click on here. Or, sorry, let's click on the infrastructure here. The infrastructure is pretty good. I'm gonna pause the game again. Let's see, battle plans. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna turn on the battle plans. Let's see what our allies are doing. Holy moly! Okay, so Yugoslavia wants to push up to here. Bold plans, but the Czechoslovakians are making slight progress, though they've lost a little bit equally as well. It's difficult to see through that, so I'm going to have to turn it off for the moment. Supply map mode. Right here. This is a major railway hub. Of course, Frankfurt is a supply hub hubs, so it'll be a little more important. But if we can get to here, we can spread out like a plague. A metaphorical plague, to be specific. Plus, we can pull divisions from other fronts. What we have to worry about, particularly, more than anything else, is Italy. Now, don't get me wrong. Germany is strong. Germany is really strong. They're on war economy, which, actually, I do need to switch to war economy soon. So, oh, well, would you look at that. Alright, I'm afraid we're going to have to end it today. Thank you all for joining me. We're at war with Germany now. Finally, the war with Germany is on its way. We're going to have to see how it ends up next episode. Thank you all for joining me. This is Dragon Man, out.